Thank you for joining. So, friends, we are going to the book You Forever. So far, we have completed the first 5 chapters. Today, we'll go to the chapter 6. Yesterday, we have learned the different colors of aura, what each color represents. So, today, we'll understand more about the vibrations. So, everything in this universe is a vibration, right? Our thoughts, sounds, whatever we see here, colors, everything has a vibration or certain frequency. So, that's what this chapter talks about it. So, let's understand. Yeah. So, friends, if anyone joined new today, so just repeating, the book we are discussing is You Forever by Lop Sangrampa. And today we'll go to the chapter 6. So, as I just said, everything is vibration. Everything that exists in this universe is vibration, right? The colors, they also affect us, right? They also have, each color has certain vibration or frequency. Our thought has a frequency, our brain emits, right? The frequency, electromagnetic frequency. So, everything exists in a form of vibration. Here, the author says, you know, imagine the universe is like a giant keyboard, and a piano is getting expanded everywhere. But through our eyes, we can see only you know, few notes. But what we don't see, but there is an unlimited, frequency vibration beyond we can perceive. See what we see, what we see, what we smell, what we touch, everything has a certain frequency, right? So we can feel, we can touch something, means there is also some vibration. What we are seeing through our eyes, the objects, they also have certain, vibration or frequency. And what we hear from our ears, the sound, it also has some vibration and frequency. So different frequencies is different experience, right? Because our senses, everything cannot, are not at the same frequency level. So everything has a different function. So they, according to their frequency, they sense or feel the things, right? What we feel, we cannot hear them. And what we feel, we cannot see. So everything functions at their own frequencies. So humans perceive limited range, but only what we see, what we sense, is not that limited, but they are beyond that. The universe is so vast that there are unlimited vibrations and frequencies beyond what we can think and see also. Because we don't see, it doesn't mean they don't exist. Right? When we develop more extrasensory capabilities, then we can sense and see them beyond, the frequency what a normal eyes and ears can hear and sense. So the different levels of perception, as I said, what we, the touch, sound, and sight, everything has different frequencies, right? So here author says, what we touch anything that is of very low vibration, then only we are able to touch it. If it's, vibrates very faster, then we cannot touch it, right? So it's very slow moving, or slow vibrating things. That's why we're able to touch and feel them. And the sound, what we hear is a mid frequency, mid-level vibration that we hear through our ears, and what we see through our eyes, that is light and all, they are very fast moving or fast vibration things. So cannot perceive all vibrations. Our senses each has different frequency, and they work as different frequencies. But what we see beyond also exist, like radio waves, telepathy, right? They're also brain waves. What we think, what we sense, the other person can perceive, right? And clairvoyance and different things. They're also all the waves, but we cannot see them, but still they exist. So perception depends on the ability, the individual, right? At what level we are, how much awareness we have to see and sense beyond. We should have that level of awareness. Very minute sound, someone very keen, they can hear them, right? But normally we ignore them. But when you are in complete silence, you can hear beyond the normal range. But when we develop more clairvoyance, clairaudience, extrasensory capabilities, then you can perceive. That is, our pineal gland, our third eye center. When it gets activated, we can see beyond what a normal eyes can see. We can hear but beyond what our ears can, hear them. So as we progress in the spiritual path and the journey, we can sense and understand the wisdom and knowledge beyond about the other dimensions, about more truth will be coming to us. So the sound color, has the connection. As I said, sounds also have some vibrations. They also impact our emotions, right? When we see certain colors, we feel emotional, we connect with them. And the same way, music also. Different musics, affect our emotions. If we have some fast-paced music, then we have certain emotion. But when classical or some slow music, they impact our emotions. The same way, there is some music going on, you feel like dancing and joy. At the same time, if some national anthem or some other music is played, you feel so emotional. So they impact our emotions, our thoughts. So can convert sound to color, right? S- Sound and colors also, they are interconnected. Each, they are similar, the sound frequency and the color frequencies, so they can be converted. Harmony affects the experience. See, when everything is balanced, we can feel that harmony. But when these musics and frequencies doesn't match us, we feel disharmony. If certain music they're very loud or inconsistent, we don't feel, right? We don't feel that connection. The same way, some colors they are so good that we get attracted to them, but some color combinations are not that good. That means they don't match a frequency, so we don't get connected to that. But again, it depends. Every individual it has their own taste, so they attract to certain colors. Not everyone has the same taste about music or colors, right? It depends again on the individual, but everyone they get attracted to certain frequency because it is their vibration, it's matching their vibration or their frequency. The planets, colors, and frequencies. Your author says the planets, everything is interlinked. Colors linked to musical notes, right? So as I said, the colors are linked to the musical notes. So we have the seven rainbow colors, right? With G or we say. The same way, the seven musical notes, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, right? Seven. They're each, the tune is connected to the certain color. If we say do, that is red. Re is orange. Mi is yellow. Like that, the seven colors and the seven musical notes, they're all connected. That means the color can, represent that sound also. Traditionally, planetary associations also. The planets also each has certain color, certain vibration, right? Every planets. So that's why we say when they change, it impacts our humans because the frequency or the vibration with which they rotate or they change their position that impacts the human life or persons on the earth. So based on perception and meditation, a lot of masters, earlier it might be sages or masters or ancient people, they used to meditate, and that's how they used to connect all this, from where these things came. Scientifically, it's proved, but before that, people they could sense these things, they understood this through their meditation. Because a lot of masters whose third eye is open, they got this extra knowledge, right? Just by sitting in meditation, they could see what's happening about the different dimensions and everything. They got that knowledge. They understood that. So reflect symbolic understanding. So everything impacts symbol. There is some, science and reason behind each and everything about the planets, the colors and frequency, right? So everything, the music. So everything is interlinked and everything affects the humans. Because when it matches our frequency or vibration, we feel, good. Otherwise, there is some disharmony. Because as its energy and vibration it passes, right, changes its frequency. It's not constant every time, but its frequency is getting changed. That's how our thoughts and emotions also gets changed. But again, it's in our, when with awareness we can again balance ourselves. When we are aware, we know what's happening, then we can balance ourselves. If you're not aware, if you're unconscious, then we just go with the flow, but still we can feel the difference. So the auric structure we also learn in initial chapter, right? So the structure of this aura, the physical body is, around the physical body, the first layer is etheric layer. It's very thin layer is surrounding the physical body. And then comes the aura. And then the outer layer, next to the aura, there is a sheet, a tiny, very thin layer of sheet which carries that energy. It supports the aura and all the structure also. And it shows the reflection of our thoughts and emotions. Everything is being reflected on this outer sheet. That's how it is egg-shaped and everything is a layer by layer. This is not constant. It constantly moves and adjusts itself, right? So if we see as a egg yolk, the center part, the yellow part is our physical body, and the white part, if you see, that is, the aura and the etheric layer. And the outer, there is a tiny, very thin layer, if you see, that is, we can say as a skin or outer sheath, right? Which is carrying that energy, that vibration. Our skin protects our structure, right? The same way, this outer sheath also can, supports this energy layer and everything, and it carries the aura imprints also. Whatever thoughts and emotions, they get reflected on that sheet. Thoughts create visible patterns. Here author says a thought travels, through aura, and it's being projected on the outer sheet. Just like how our brain produces the, electromagnetic waves, the same way our thoughts, they get reflected. The thoughts, the frequency of vibration, they get passed through the aura and they get projected on the outer layer. If you see the TV, right, somewhere it is being broadcasted and it comes on the screen, right? The same way, whatever we are thinking, thoughts and emotions, they are being projected on the outer layer. And someone who is capable of that, they can, by seeing that aura, they will know about what are thoughts and emotions and everything, right? It can be perceived by the sensitive mind. Who are very sensitive, you know, they can perceive these colors, these emotions, what a person is going through. So attraction, repulsion, and compatibility. So we know, right? Why, we always think why by seeing certain person we feel very good. Some people we don't like to speak, we avoid them because our energy or frequency is not matching with them. We are not compatible with them. With whom we are compatible, some people we are compatible, some people we attract, the masters, or some people by seeing them we feel like going and talking, being in their presence, and some people we just repel, we don't get that compatible with. So harmony creates attraction. Only the whose frequencies match, they can create a group, they meet and they talk, right? Clashes creates discomfort. If aura is not matching means, then there is a discomfort. The person thoughts and aligns, they don't align, and there is a difference between them. So explains instantly likes and dislikes. So based on this energy and all, we can easily say, how much compatible we are with the person or the group, wherever we are going, we are interacting. So everything is interconnected. When we meet, as we said, our aura or energy around us is expanding, right, up to 1 feet or 2 feet. So when we meet the people physically, even if we don't touch also, but if we are talking, next to by and we are standing and talking, so our aura is getting overlapped. That means our energy and their energy are getting overlapped. That's why easily, sometimes who are very sensitive, they can exactly read what's going on. But by talking also, we can feel, okay, this is this person. We can just have some basic understanding about the person. If a regular friends, we know them. But if you're talking to a new person also, we get some idea about them because that energy is there, that we can feel positive, negative, what's going on. We can easily sense up to some extent. So mental state and aura imbalance. Right? Imbalance affects the aura structure. If a person is mentally stable, then the aura is good. Otherwise, if someone is very low and negative, then aura can split also. There'll be a split or holes in the aura easily we can see. That comes when he is very disturbed in the mental thoughts or he is going through a, illness or something, then we can see, the aura structure is not proper. And mental illness disturbs centering also. If aura is good and center, it can be clearly seen. If there is disturbance, then definitely it's impact the structure also. Dual personality is split aura. They can see the split aura also. Aura can be split into two or holes or dark gray color as we read the colors and all. It can show in any of these forms. So stability is linked to alignment. If a person is balanced with thoughts and emotions, then that can be reflected in the aura also. So these are very important, but again, it constantly changes. It's not permanent. So with our thoughts and emotions, we can change every minute by being more and more aware. So change is possible. Aura can improve or decline. Again, it depends on us. So thoughts influence the vibration. As everything around is vibration, our thoughts, the music we hear, the sounds, the colors we wear, they also impact us. Some people, they choose certain colors which is good, and they wear every time they wear those colors. They feel that's lucky, or it suits their vibration. So as we read about the seven chakras or seven energy centers, so those colors also, when we wear most of them, it enhances the chakras, it makes them more stable and active also. So everywhere colors impacts the sounds, what we think, what we hear, everything makes a difference in the vibration, and also it impacts our aura. So awareness drive growth. So when we are more aware, when we are conscious about these things, then we can grow. Otherwise, we just go with the flow. We don't have that awareness. So music, mind, and influence. As we said, brain emits vibration. So our brain, whatever it has frequency, it emits certain vibration. And music, it influences the mind, right? When we hear the music, our thoughts also change. If we are hearing calm music, then we have good positive thoughts. If more aggressive sounds means again our emotions, our thoughts will change. So our brain has certain vibration, and music influence the brain, and rhythm affects the emotion. How we feel, that also impacts our emotion. So external inputs shapes our response. So our internal, this internal frequency, internal energy is being, governed by the external things. So we should be more mindful about our surroundings or the environment, so that we are not getting disturbed or not getting easily influenced, but we are choosing the right environment, so that we are always in the balanced state or in the positive state more and more. So the summary of this chapter: everything in existence, including thought, is vibration, but humans perceive only a small part of it. What we see, what we hear is very small. Your thoughts and awareness directly shapes your energy, aura, and how you experience things. It also impacts that. Reality, relationships, and emotions are deeply influenced by energetic harmony or imbalance, right? Whatever current reality, relationships. So if we have harmony, then we have the similar experience. If we have not harmony or imbalance, then we have the similar experiences. So everything is connected, and based on that, it shapes our experience. So the reflection points: what kind of energy am I projecting outward? Now we know that everything shapes. So what kind of energy I'm projecting? What if there is more beyond what can I perceive? So have you ever tried to know, or experience what beyond our senses can hear, listen? Have you ever tried to hear or sense beyond? Why do I feel instant connection or discomfort with certain people? So just think about it and reflect upon these questions. Thank you, friends. I hope this was helpful to you all. If anyone wants to share anything, or unmute yourself.
Yeah, hello everyone. So, yeah, the thoughts and emotions. So, author says many times about this, like how our thoughts are impacts. So here, this chapter mostly talks about how the vibrations, thoughts impact our aura and the complete energy. So everything is interrelated to again meditation. So once we start meditating, our thoughts will change. Like our thoughts become negative thoughts become positive thoughts. Like disaster thoughts can be miracle thoughts. So we always self check about what we are thinking, and the awareness, that is very important. So the aura can be changed. If we are good today with aura, and tomorrow can be it can have some colors can be changed based on what we are doing at workplace or outside. So we have to be fully conscious about what we are doing, what we are thinking, what we are working, what we are talking, and our emotions. So our emotions also very important here. So based on that, everything will be. That's what the vibration, changes at everywhere wherever we go. How the vibration there. So once we start regular meditation, we can easily identify, the energies and vibrations anywhere, any place. But these concepts only for to our awareness. Don't think that if I'm wearing this dress, it is impacting my aura. If I'm going that place, I'm affecting. So once we are strong enough, and once you protect your aura, it will not affect anything. And the only thing is we have to maintain our vibrations, and always positive thoughts, and what we are talking. All these things are very important. So these concepts are, along with meditation, if you understand these concepts, so we can slowly implement in our life, day-to-day life. So what we are thinking, how we are talking to the people, so everything will change. Yep. Thank you.
Thank you. So as I said, we heard, right? We can only touch to certain frequencies because beyond that, we cannot feel that presence. So the same way, when we are in the higher vibration with more, gratitude or positive emotions, then certain negative experiences or negative people, they won't come, right? Because when we're in higher vibration, the people who are at the same vibration only will come into contact. The situations or experience, everything will be to that frequency only. If we drop our energy, if we, in the lower vibrations, comparison, jealous, and all this, self-doubts, limitation, then we attract the similar situations. If you want to avoid, just change your thoughts, increase your vibrations. That is the only simple thing, right? But of course, when we change our thoughts, doing regular meditation, being more positive, listening to good music, spending more time in nature or walking, these things will enhance your aura and also your thoughts and emotions.
I would like to say something. This topic is so interesting. I came very late today. I didn't attend that one, was very end. Something came up. Anyway, so I feel sometimes when somebody comes out with such a wonderful aura, we can feel it. The very nature after they talk or give something, and they will be coming out of the hall or something. But in that crowd, all sorts of people will be there. Some with the, but you get that kind of, even if they feel jealous or having negativity towards that person, he thinks he's my classmate, he thinks he's so great now, because he's, these are all general thoughts always, because someone told me that to me. Do you remember we were in the same university, and now you think you are, I don't even remember the way that man came to me and said, I said, come on, why don't you put the aura too? But he was, that is the way conversation went. But that thing, if we don't respond the same way, reciprocate the same thing with anger or anything, that aura cannot touch us. That negativity cannot come and touch the original thing. That is the for sure. I have seen with some people. That's
Yeah, definitely. That's why we say, right, forgive others. Yeah, forgiving means,
yeah,
not to forgive them, what for what they did. Forgiving is to removing that incident or that experience from our mind. We're completely removing that. And when we meet the person, we are not carrying any past experience. When we meet immediately, see, leave the other person. He might be carrying the same situation or what happened. If we also carry immediately when we see that person, the past experience will come and we get disturbed. And getting disturbed, the situation will also, when our frequency and their frequency both are, you know, in that way, then definitely we'll have the negative experience. If we remove that from our memory and when we meet the person, no matter what the other person is carrying, but it won't impact us because we are not going into the past. We are always in the present moment. So we'll have a different experience this time. So in that way, we don't attract things. But when we carry forward, then definitely, that impact is getting. So forgiving is removing things from my memory, releasing that incident, and just being a new person when we meet again. It's
yeah.
not that easy, but yeah, but slowly practicing that will help us.
if you have such a good aura, it doesn't affect you at all. If we have gone to that stage, it's beyond that's even if we go and say something to Swami or something, he's not going to even bother about this. That is the way I'm saying. Even Patriji, if I go and tell him you have a nice beard or something, just to talk because I'm painting him. So I think those people, that higher consciousness, won't even worry about any of these things. Only the small minds always think about. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to add one more thing that, when we, increase our vibrations, so hope you observe that, you attract the same like-minded people. Once you start meditating, once your aura is good and once your vibrations are high, so you will attract and meet same type of people in, day-to-day life. When you are in low energy and, low, some vibrations are not good, so you attract with the low energy people. So that is a meditation. We increase our aura as well as then vibrations. So you'll find the good people. I mean, good people. There is no good or bad people, but the vibrations. Yep. Thank you.
So with this, let's get into the meditation, friends. So as you see in the picture, posture is very simple. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and observe your normal natural breath. Don't forcefully inhale or exhale. Just observe the breath. As we observe the breath, our minds become empty. Right? And we'll go into the deep meditative state. That's when our energy, our thoughts, emotions, everything will align and will attract the universal energy, that is the cosmic energy, flows through us. And wherever the elements or wherever there is blockage in our system, it passes through that, it heals that, and the energy in our body, right, freely flows. The 7 energy centers we have learned, any chakra there is imbalance or any, there is low energy, it's because energy is not able to pass. There are some blockages with our thoughts and emotions. By repeating some words, we have blocked our centers. So when the cosmic energy flows, it slowly clears each and every block, and the energy freely flows through our system, so that our health is improved, our state, our presence, everything is improved. Then our centers are also get cleared, then we have the positive and good life. So getting that energy is very important. And once you have that energy during the meditation, throughout the day, how you are maintaining that energy is also very important, right? We get the money, we get the salary, but every month we use it properly, right, to different things. The same way, our energy is very important, dear friends. So we have to use it in the right way and store it for the right cause, what we really want to achieve in our life, using most part of it there and the rest in the day-to-day life. But in unnecessary arguments and distractions and thoughts, don't encourage it or don't focus on these things. So just observe your breath and let's go into the meditation. Dear friends, sit comfortably, close your eyes, clasp your hands, fingers into fingers. Observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath. Don't forcefully inhale or exhale. Just observe the breath. As you observe the breath, our mind becomes empty. Just be with your breath, dear friends. Let thoughts come and go. Don't get attached to it. Don't get carried by your thoughts. Whenever you realize you're in thoughts, bring your attention back to the breath. It's time we are spending for our own self. We are all into the group meditation. Go deeper and deeper into yourself. Come back to your body, dear friends. Recollect your experiences. What did you feel? Friends, at this moment express gratitude. Be grateful to your parents, teachers, and mentors. Be grateful to your family members, friends, and everyone you know. Be grateful to plants, animals, and Mother Nature. Be grateful to all the technology and devices which we are using, through which we are all connected. Elevate yourself with this feeling of love and compassion and feeling of oneness with each and everyone. Whenever you are ready, place your palms on your eyes for 5 seconds and then slowly open your eyes. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you all tomorrow at the same time.
Thank you, Apurva.